Now, the second half of our Kaufusi Connection, 2-on-1 with BYU Sports Nation. At BYU Football Fall Camp, everything from how did Bronson handle his season-ending injury, playing Xbox a ton with Corbin Kaufusi, and what he expects from his defensive line in week number 1. Here's Steve Kaufusi.
Coach, you've done this a lot of times in speaking of approaching a first game against Arizona, but this is a brand new staff. There's an excitement in the air. How has it been from your perspective going from the old staff to the new staff and seeing all the changes and the emotions behind what goes into game number 1?
Oh man, it's since January, since the change, it's been great. Get to know the new coaches and get to learn a new scheme, going into spring ball, and all the kids are having to learn, new stuff, new terminology, and, different way of, coaching the kids up and the expectations. So it's been great for me and really been enjoyable just getting to know the other coaching, the coaching staff, the rest of the coaching staff.
What else do you have to do to prepare for Arizona on Saturday?
I think it's just cleaning up stuff, Usually the first game there's a lot of mental errors being made, and the kids will obviously improve to the second game from what they see on film. But we're just trying to keep it simple, for them so they can execute. So every day right now is just a high level focus and just to clean up stuff, that little mistakes that they make, because that could be crucial in a game situation. So yeah, we're just trying to make sure they understand their responsibility, their job, and really execute at a high level.
Kalani Sitake said Travis Tuiloma, who is an integral part of the defensive line, is a game-time decision. And there are some other nicks and bruises along that defensive front. How healthy is your defensive line as a whole right now?
Earlier when we practiced in early August, we've had some injuries where we kept a few guys out, but they're all back now. It's just that they're behind, for 2 weeks that they've missed. I mean, there's a lot of repetition that they're missing that they needed that. But there's nothing you can do about it, and hopefully they took mental reps while they were on the sideline. And, just the expectation of just, hey, you got to learn this stuff quick. Game time's around the corner here. So depending on the effort that they put in and the consistency, will tell me how much playing time they might get,
With that kind of speed of the offense from Arizona, and they were really good last year, do you anticipate playing more guys than you would normally because of the tempo there?
Oh, yeah. Personally, to me, it's no different than playing anybody. We play a 4 down, and we're going to prepare, 8 guys and maybe 9, to ready to sub at any time. But the difference is it's a hurry-up offense, right? So I got to do a great job of just when to sub. When to send somebody in. I've sent guys in the past. Wait, come back. So I grab the shoulder back, pull him back. And then if they're running the ball down, as soon as that ball down, depending how far away it is, go, and yelling the other kid's name out. So I got to do a great job with that, and just so we don't get caught with 12 guys out there. That wouldn't be good.
New addition to the defensive line is your son, Corbin Kaufusi. So you might have thought that you were done coaching your son for a while. Now it seems like that's going to be happening for a while again.
I was actually surprised when Corbin wanted to play football, and I said, you sure you want to do this? I was trying to discourage him from doing that because it's just, I'm looking at him. We always tell him, man, oh, hey, you look anorexic, man. But he always came home hungry from basketball, and he said, no, I got to keep my weight down, and I got to keep my fat, percent down and all that kind of stuff. So, but it's one thing, what I think, I'm going to it's always let your kids do what they want to do, and if they're passionate about something, you support them. And so it sounds like he wanted to do that, and really, I had to work out with the coaches. Coach Kalani was also pushing him to do that, and Coach Rose was okay with that as long as he comes back, I guess, after the season. So it all kind of worked out for him that way. But if it wasn't for Coach Sitake, it probably wouldn't have happened. And so I had nothing to do with it. It was just. Like I said, it's hard, Corb. You sure you want to do this? But, why not? But I've been actually pleasantly surprised. Okay, I think he's going to be okay, So he'll have a role in what we do. Still a long ways away from where he needs to be, but he's enjoying himself out there, and looks like he's having fun.
Is it hard not to coach him at home?
You know, we rarely talk football when we're home, but every now and then I'll remember something you did out in practice. Then I'll say it, you know, maybe while we're doing it. You know, hey, Court, make sure your close, you know, you got to work on your close technique, you know, don't go too far upfield. Oh, yeah, Dad, you know.
Pass the potatoes.
Yeah, that was it, you know. Anyways, now, you know, they got the film on their iPads. They can go home and watch it, you know, and so forth. And sometimes he'll ask me questions about things, you know. When I'm sleeping, he comes into our room. Dude, I'm trying to sleep here. Leave me alone.
We know with that height, obviously, you want him to bat balls down, you want him to block kicks, that kind of thing. What else does he do well already?
Well, you know, sometimes it's deceiving because, you know, you think he's like slow out there, but he's actually covering a lot of ground, you know, when he decides to run. So that's something that, you know, you notice on the film. And he's a little thinker. He's a little thinker that way compared to Bronson, you know. I mean, he's articulate about learning the stuff, so I notice he really puts a lot of thought into learning the plays and you know, what he should be doing, the details, you know, the technique and so forth. So that I've noticed, you know, so yeah.
What makes you most excited about the defensive front that you bring back this year?
Oh, man, you know, I think young kids, you know, you get excited because they might have not played that much last year, but you're so excited to see them have a bigger role this year, you know. So, you know, it's just like, you coach them for so many years and you see them move on and be men and, you know, get married and have a family and come back. You're just so happy to see them because they've done all those things that you hope that they would do, you know. And so you get to be a part of that. And so, yeah, as a young player coming in, you know, just the excitement of, okay, new year, you've had a taste of it last year. Let's see, you know, what you can bring to the table this year. How big of a role do you want? And so I think and then even the experienced guys, you knowing that they're good players, you know, they're going to be that much better this year, right? Be a leader on the team and so forth. You know, guys like Travis and Logan, Tyler, you know, they've been there, done that, you know, and they're good. I mean, you can tell the difference when Logan's in there. Yeah, so, but again, the young guys are getting a lot of reps, you know, they're getting better. So, yeah, just excited for the improvement that shows up.
Harvey Longy has been a topic of conversation because he has apparently had a good fall camp as a end rusher. What can you say about his skill set there?
Yeah, I'm excited that you know, I'll get the coach Harvey because he has those attributes you look for. You know, he's got a motor, you know, and he's physical, and he doesn't have to think so much, you know, out there compared to a linebacker, you know, where he was at. So I think I expect some big things out of Harvey. I think he'll have a great year.
Bronson suffered an unfortunate injury as he begins his NFL career. What is his mentality and attitude like right now as he tries to make it to the next level, but, you know, had the unexpected setback?
Yeah, you know, he had a setback, you know, big, you know, had the ACL back in high school, and so he's been through that. He's, you know, little injuries along the way, but I've been pleasantly surprised the way he handled it. You know, it was like when it happened, it was like you feel sorry. He said, Dad, I just switched gear in my mind. Okay, let's get the surgery and start healing up. Okay, get ready. In springtime, I should be healthy to go. So that's kind of where he was at, you know. And even though, yeah, sad, and you know, he was doing well and had a role, but you don't have control over that stuff. So what you do have control, your mindset and your attitude, how you respond to things. So he's been handling that well, you know. Probably playing way too much Xbox with Corbin. I don't know how they call it, but, you know, they're on there a lot, you know. So I wish it was Corbin's playbook.
In the past, the rhetoric with the 3-4 was, okay, those D linemen, they're going to plug up some holes, draw some linemen, and then the linebackers will come and make plays. Now there's 4 defensive linemen. How does that change maybe the expectations from the numbers your guys might produce?
Yeah, you know, we're all playing, you know, what they call one gap, you know, and everybody is shaded on the main, the front that we're playing. So, yeah, everybody's got a chance. But there are still times I expect my guys don't just let people fly up to the next level. You know, they're supposed to get their hands on them and slow them down, especially the guy that they're shaded on. Okay, yeah, there's still times you got to do that. But other than that, you know, we just got to, you know, a lot more is expected up front, you know, those guys to make plays, yeah.
What kind of expectations do you have for this team this year? I know you want to win every game and you're prepared to win every game, but what are you expecting as a coach, knowing that sometimes it takes time for things to click and for new offensive schemes and defensive schemes to take hold?
either way, I'm excited. You know, it's a new scheme, new coaching staff. The kids are excited, you know, for those things. And yeah, I just don't. My mind's always very optimistic about, you know, positive about the outlook and things. And even when things don't go right, you know, you just learn to, you know, work yourself through it. And so, you know, those are just things you try to teach your kids that you're around, you know, to you know, persevere through hard times and, you know, work it out and so forth. But I'm really excited for this team. Yeah, man, it's going to be a fun year, you know. So we need to take it up another notch. You know, they say, what, raise the bar? Yeah, well, we got to raise the bar here in football, and that's what we've done this year. So, yeah, I'm excited about it.
All right, the 6'9½", Corbin Kaufusi and his dad.
My right arm is sore, man. Jeez.
Have given
why
Jerem
am I
a
the only one
workout.
sweating here? Jeez.
Holding the microphone up. It's great to talk to you, Coach. Good luck against Arizona.
Thanks for having me.
Steve Kaufusi, the defensive line coach. He and his boys 3 days away from taking the field against Arizona.
Can you believe it? Seriously, my right arm was so sore, especially with 6'9" Corbin.